Hello, we'll be here beginning shortly. Go ahead and make yourself a space and get yourself comfortable preparing for practice. I'm sure you already are. And we'll start in Savasana today when we do start. So for those of you that are already here, if you want to start creating a space and slowing down and allowing yourself to just be here for the practice, we'll begin there in Savasana. Stay awake though, don't fall asleep. Use your breath. Just keep breathing for a few more moments. We'll begin in just a little bit. Good to see you guys. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our lunch flow. My name is Jeff. We know. And anyway, thank you for coming today. So some of you might be on your backs already resting. If you are, remain there resting on your backs. We'll begin Savasana today and take some rest as we enter into our practice. And if you've already been laying there, and if you're not with us, you need to wake up. Wake up. All right. So as we enter, like I said, make up a space on the mat. Create a lot of space for yourself as you stretch out and lay down on your backs and allow your movements to settle and begin to connect with your breathing, just breathing deeply into your body and slowly back out. As you allow yourself to settle, to unpack, to come to a place of a rest, to allow all the movement that brought us here into these moments, allowing all that to settle as we come into a place of rest. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, opening up as breath travels into the body, making a space for life, vitality, light, exhaling, releasing, allowing yourself to recede, to rest onto the earth, onto the mat beneath us. So as we continue to remain here, soften through the body throughout, allowing yourself just a few moments to soften and unpack and settle, to feel support. Breathing in through the nose, into your body, and slowly back out. Just under your body, notice where you're supported. All the places your body is touching the earth beneath you. Give the weight of your body into that for support and feel the sensation of resting there, being well supported. Everywhere we are touching the earth, everywhere we are resting upon. As we rest and connect with our breath in through our nose and out through our nose, taking big, deep breaths in and slowly releasing them as we let them go. Think of this earth that we're resting on, this nature that we are in. We're all familiar with taking a walk in nature or going to the beach or being in the forest or just being outside in a wide open space. How the moment we place our awareness there, how much better we feel immediately. When we notice it, it gets our attention. It's an enlightenment. We wake up to the fact that we are being guided all around us in ways that we are supported. We're taught to feel safe and secure. We're taught that we are of the same. We are made of the same stuff as what we're resting on. So just like when we look around to nature and we're quickly reminded that we are guided there, and that those ways help us and support us and nurture us, we are also reminded in our own bodies. So the physical practice takes us into those places where we learn to find our own sense of comfort and support in all situations that we might find ourselves trapped in. So as we enter into our practice, allow yourself to rest onto the mat and just notice the sensation of letting go, allowing ourselves off the hook from anything that we need to be doing other than just resting. That sense, that deep feeling of gratitude and well-being that we get when we allow ourselves to settle. And layer by layers, as we come into a place of rest, we are quickly reminded that where the breath meets us is where we live our lives in our present moments, right here where we are. So in this present moment where we're all meeting, allow ourselves to connect with our breathing. Deep breaths in through the nose into the center of the body and slowly back out. We'll activate our Ujjayi breath here, forming a constriction in the back of the throat, just a little bit of tightness in the throat. So as the air travels in and through that space, it creates sound, energy, heat. It's the air traveling through our throat into our body. So deep breaths in through the nose into our center and slowly back out. Notice your thoughts. Just notice the movement of the mind, the movement of mental energy. And as you deepen your breath, allow that movement of energy to settle as it matches the breath. So as we lengthen our breath and deepen our breath, all things come into a place of reconciliation around that breathing as it meets us presently, right where we are. So be well supported, be rested right where you are. Connect with your breath in through the nose. Welcome healing, restoration, guidance, clarity, purpose, vision, trust, love, compassion. Exhale, release anything. Let it all go. Continue to connect with the breath coming in, the vital energy traveling into our bodies, throughout our bodies, creating space within our experience, and exhaling and releasing, letting go, softening as you let go, resting into the earth, to be nurtured, to be supported, to be comfortable. Breathe in, filling the breath full of light, joy, peace, spacious, opening, creativity, abundance. Exhale, release, soften. Allow yourself to rest in this space. Soon we'll transition. We'll stay connected with our breathing. And everywhere we go, although we may be challenged, it won't be a nap. We will find comfort everywhere we go as we practice being in our own internal sense of where that occurs for us. Always in the mind, we find difficulty. When we release that and go a little bit deeper in our practice, we find support, comfort, peace. So breathe in. Welcome breath, space, light, and peace into your center. And exhale, release, let that go. Okay, we'll transition. Let's pick the right hand up high above our body. As we reach for the ceiling, we'll roll over onto the left side, coming up onto the left side of our body. Bring your knees up towards your chest in fetal position, just resting onto the left side of your body, giving the weight of your body back into the earth. And that little bit of movement, stay with yourself. Meet it with breath. Draw the breath into your body. Open up, expand, making space for everything that we need in these moments. And exhale, release. You have enough. You have everything that you need. We are well supported. We're well loved. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. On the next inhale, let's begin to transition again, placing the right hand into the mat. As we press down, just bringing yourself up to relax, seated at the center of our mats. Take a mindful, slow transition and stay connected with that breathing. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Place the hands upon the knees. Being well seated, press into your seat and begin to strengthen up through your body as you draw your strength inwardly, drawing your ribs inwardly. We're just beginning to sit up erect. Breathe through the nose and out through the nose. Relax through your shoulders. Allow your shoulders to soften with your hands upon your knees. Give the weight of your body into your seat. Press down to create energy and lift up. Draw your strength inwardly to keep yourself well supported. The natural length and straightness of our spine and the strength of our cores, when working together, helps us to be in a posture to be well seated in a place that we're supported. And it takes the least amount of effort. Although when we do this, when we practice being here, it can quickly become a lot. We can get into our minds about it. We're just often not sitting, practicing, being fully aware in a seated posture, using everything that's available to us to keep us seated and erect. So breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Press through your seat. Lengthen up through your spine. Relax through your shoulders, sending energy up between the shoulders, through your neck, and out the crown of your head. Chin is straight ahead. Breathe in and breathe out. On the next breath in, look straight ahead, pressing into the seat while lifting up. And as you exhale, send your spine rearward, just bowing your head, allowing the spine to curve naturally behind you, allowing all that tension to be released. Notice that sensation of things changing as you go in the direction of release, as you let go of the tension that was created. Take another deep breath in, rise up through the seat, breathe through yourself through a series of a few of these. Pressing through the seat, breathing into the top, and exhaling, bowing your head, allowing your head to hang as the spine travels rearward. Breathe in through the nose, pressing through the seat, creating length and lift up through the spine. Draw your core in to harness that strength. Exhale, recede, bowing at the head, allowing your spine to travel rearward. Let's travel back up to seated, pressing through the seat to keep ourselves seated, erect. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. On the next breath, then extend your hands up high towards the ceiling. Just reach up, pressing through the seat, sending length and energy up high through the arms, through the forearms and fingers, and then exhale your hands to the mat. We'll place our hands on the mat, coming up to our hands and knees. We'll transition through the tabletop. As you come up to your hands and knees, spread your fingers wide, creating a platform under your hands, so that as you press with your hands, we create energy for our bodies as we move into our postures. Press the hands into the mat, strengthen the forearms and arms, allowing yourselves to vertically line up. Stack the shoulders above the wrists and hips above the knees. Press to the toes and shoelaces behind your body. Breathe in and breathe out, drawing your core inwardly, straightening through the spine. As we continue to connect with our breath, We allow breath and energy to create space within our bodies, and we place our awareness on our spines so that our spine is flat and level. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose, harnessing your core strength inwardly to harness that energy along the length of your spine. Give yourself one more tiny rock forward and back, paying attention to your wrists and your knees. Feel that there, and then allow yourself to press through the hands and knees, strengthening up through the body so that we're well supported in this posture, using our energy just to be here. So breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, deep breaths in and slow breaths out. On your next full inhale in, relax the spine, look straight ahead. We'll do a series of cat-cows here. We're just warming up, waking up. Exhale, arch your back, press the mat, send the spine up high so energy travels through the hands and arms, around the shoulders and up into the high part of the spine. Breathe through, cow pose, look straight ahead, pressing the hands, dropping the shoulders. Exhale, arch your back, press the mat for cat pose, send the energy up high into your body. Inhale back through a cow pose, look straight ahead and up as you press the palms downward. And let's return back to neutral. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, strengthening our posture here as we press into the mat. Notice where you're supported underneath your foundations. Give the weight of your body there. Press there to send energy and length, renewal back up into your body. In this way, we practice staying connected with the movements of energy in the body, through the body and around us, much deeper than our experiences of our thoughts. So notice your thoughts. Notice exactly what you're thinking about. So we'll practice just noticing thoughts without judging them or without dialoguing ourselves, just taking opportunities to notice what we're thinking about. Press the hands, strengthen up through the posture, hug your ribs in towards your center. Take a full deep breath in. And as you exhale, extend your right hand forward and left foot behind your body. We'll give the weight down into the left hand down, right knee down. Press there to send energy up towards your core, strengthen it. Reach forward with the right hand and press back with the left heel, creating length through the spine. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Breathing in, using that to create energy at our core. Breathe in, and as you exhale, remain in the posture, strengthening, vitally pressed into the pose, creating energy through the posture. If we collapse into the shoulders, if we collapse into the posture, it starts using a lot of our energy just being here. Stay connected with this breathing, meeting each breath where it meets us right here in our bodies. Breathe in, follow the breath there. Give the weight of your pose back into the floor. Press the earth to create foundations and lift up into your body. Okay, exhale, hands and knees back to the mat. Press through both palms, strengthening through the arms. Look straight ahead, take a deep breath in, chin forward and up. Exhale, arch your back, press the mat, spine comes up high, cat pose, just sending energy through the body. Let's return back to neutral on a breath in, strengthening into your posture. Breathe in, and as you exhale, extend the left hand forward, transitioning the other side. Right foot travels behind the body. Extend the left hand forward, right foot rearward. Allow all your little movements to settle as you press into the floor, strengthening up towards your body. Deep breaths in and slow breaths out. Just keep breathing here. Allowing your movements to settle as we stay connected with our breathing, where that meets us. Meeting that with energy by pressing into the floor. Harnessing our energy by drawing our ribs inward towards the center and strengthening. Okay, on your exhale, hands and knees back down towards the mat. Settle your movements here. Pressing into the hands, chin straight ahead as you relax at the spine for cow pose. Breathe in, take a full breath in. Exhale, arch your back, press the mat. Spine travels up high. And let's inhale back through your neutral spine. Press the earth, strengthening through the body. Draw your strength inwardly towards your core. On the next inhale, we'll extend the right hand up high above our body. Let's raise it up high. Reach up high towards the ceiling. Press through the floor with that left hand, sending energy up through your left shoulder. Notice that left shoulder, and let's engage energy and movement through that shoulder by continually pressing down and offering that energy up high through the right side of our body, right arm and right fingers. Noticing where there's movements, allow yourself to settle those movements while staying firmly rooted in the strength of your foundations and actively engaged by pressing. Are you breathing in through the nose and out through the nose? Take one more deep breath in. Let's exhale underneath our body, dropping the right hand down and through under as we take it to the other side, dropping the right shoulder down towards the mat. Walk your left hand forward, lengthening the left side of your body. Breathe in through your nose and out through the nose. Just keep breathing deeply, giving the weight of your posture into the floor, finding your foundations there and your sense of support, staying active and energetically involved in the posture by pressing into what's available, bringing strength up through the body, and also releasing tension anywhere that there's where we're supporting ourselves where we don't need to be. So breathe in and breathe out, staying connected with your breathing. Notice your left hand, press the left hand gently, sending strength and energy along the left arm, through the left shoulder, the left side of your body as you draw your ribs inwardly. And then as we exhale, let's release this. We're going to transition out. So walk the left hand back in towards your body. Press down to bring yourself back up to hands and knees, tabletop. Deep breath in and slow breath out. Let's take another breath in. Look straight ahead for cow pose. Keep the energy and vitality in your practice by meeting it with breath. Exhale, release it. On the next inhale, let's pick the left hand up high. As we reach up the left hand, press through the right to create length up through the left side of the body, creating space through the right shoulder, the left shoulder. Notice where you're supported at the floor, at the earth. Press there. Send energy and lift up through the body. Staying connected in that way allows us to be guided by our own sense of what's occurring in our bodies into the greatest workability of any present moment. So as we practice that here in our postures, we find ourselves often in fatigue or complaint. It takes a lot of energy. And we remember to use the usable aspects of our practice, our breath, remembering to be well supported, to identify what we're standing on, finding our choice and being aware in it. Press from the floor, send it up high through your body, left shoulder, left arm, reach up high. And as we exhale, let's lower that left hand slowly, bringing it underneath the body as we reach through, touching the left shoulder down. Walk the right fingers forward, opening them length through the right side of the body. Breathe in and breathe out. Deep breaths in and slow breaths out. With that right hand forward, gently press that right hand forward to send energy back through that right arm, along the right side of your body. Notice where that shifts and changes as our awareness increases in that part of our pose. Breathe in, meet it with breath, open up space in the body, remain, deepening the breath. And on your next exhale, we'll transition. Let's walk the right hand in back towards our body. Press the right hand down towards the floor to bring yourself up through the tabletop. Pressing both hands gently into the earth, bringing length up through the arms, stacking the shoulders over the wrist. Take a deep breath in, breathe in through the nose. And as you exhale, press the mat, roll over your toes, hips travel up high for downward dog. Allow your movements to settle. Find your hands, find your feet. Those are our foundations. Press into all four of those to send a little bit of energy and lift up high towards the body, through the body. It'll travel up to its highest point where it meets both energy coming in both directions, from your hands up, from your feet up. Notice where that meets. Soften through there. Give the weight back into the floor. Press your hands to send energy up through your arms, up through the shoulders, along the length of the spine, and also resting back into your feet and legs, finding your support there. Draw your core strength inwardly, hugging the belly up towards the spine. Let's take a couple deep breaths here. Just breathe in through the nose, all the way to the top of your breath. Exhale, remain pressed into your posture, vital in your pose. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Deep breaths in and slow breaths out. On the next inhale, press the hands into the mat. Walk your hands back towards your toes. Exhale and bow forward into your downward dog. Let's find our feet here. Look down towards your toes, bending at the knees gently, allowing your hips to travel down behind the body. Breathe in and breathe out. And as we bow forward on the next exhale, press gently with your feet and feel your legs come online, like your legs strengthening, the calves flex, the back side of the thighs, the hamstrings. Press through the feet, sending energy up through the body, creating support. Lift your belly up towards your spine, allowing the spine to unpack, to release, to lengthen as you give it back down towards your toes. Pressing through the feet gently enough creates a lot of support through our legs and strength there. Lift your belly up towards your spine, bowing a little bit deeper, releasing the tension through the spine. We'll pick our hands up off the mat, holding each elbow for ragdoll. And as we do, look back down towards your toes, press through the feet, flexing your calves and thighs, creating strength and support through the legs. Lift your belly up towards your spine. And as you bow a little bit deeper, allow the spine to unpack, to lengthen, to release tension here. Allow your head to hang by its own weight on your neck. Notice your neck. And we'll nod our head gently forward, releasing tension in the neck. Allow your head to settle on your neck, and then we'll nod to the left and to the right, opening up space in the sides of the neck. Allow your head to settle, to rest on your neck. Press back through your feet, strengthen through your legs. Lift your belly up, bow a little bit deeper, releasing your hands back down towards the earth. Bend at the knees, so allow you to support yourself with your hands, sending your hips rearward towards the body. Allow the hips to travel rearward. Find your feet here. Press through your feet gently so that you're well supported, but also releasing through the spine as you send your heart forward and up, allowing your spine to curve open here. Find the support of your legs, the natural support of your legs here, bending at the knees a little bit, allowing yourself to go a little bit deeper. Explore this area in this transitional space for comfort, for what you're needing along your spine. Those few movements we've already done. Notice where there's tension anywhere occurring. Allow your spine to open a little bit, send your heart forward and up. Take one more deep breath in. And as we exhale, bow forward, look down towards the toes. Press through the floor with the feet, strengthen your legs. Create lift up through the body and then bow forward a little bit deeper. Bring the hands up behind the small of the back, interlacing the fingers together. Allow the hands to rest on the back side of your hips. Look down towards your toes, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. On the next breath in, let's rise up to a flat back extension. Just straighten the spine here. Remain parallel to the mat. Find your feet, press the feet, strengthen through the legs. Hug your ribs in, lengthening along the spine. Draw your strength inwardly so that you're well supported here. Notice anywhere there's tension. Come back in through the feet. Breathe in through your nose as you press the floor, strengthening through the legs. Drawing your core inwardly towards your center, creating support here. Take another deep breath here. And as you exhale, bow forward. Extend your hands up high above the body as you roll your shoulders back behind. Look down towards your toes, again lengthening through your spine, releasing the tension of your neck. As you bow, breathe in and breathe out. Deep breaths in and slow breaths out. Notice anywhere there's movement. Allow those little movements to settle. Find your feet, find your foundations. Press there. Strengthen your foundations for support. Lift your belly up and in towards your spine. Exhale, bow a little bit deeper, and the hands travel up a little bit higher above the body. Breathe in and breathe out. Deep breaths in and slow breaths out. Notice all those little modifications when we come back with intention and we press in a direction into our posture, how things line back up, and all of a sudden, it takes less work to be there. We just find a more easy, more workable way of being there. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. On the exhale, release your hands down towards the mat. Touch down, bring your hands towards the mat. On the next breath in, rise up to your flat back extension. Straighten the spine. Find your feet for support here and strengthen your legs. Exhale, bow forward, releasing tension from the back, down through the shoulders, down to the top of the head. Rise back up, flat back extension, straight spine here. And then exhale the hands to the mat. Let's walk those hands forward back into the downward dog. And as you ride into the pose, press your hands gently forward, sending energy up through your arms, through the sides of your body. Draw your core strength inwardly. On the next inhale, let's rise your right leg up, raising it up high. Settle your movements down into your two hands forward. Press those forward to send energy back into that left side of your body, all the way back into that left standing leg. Flex that left leg for support. Press to the floor to send that right leg up high. Breathe in through the nose and draw circles with the right ankle, loosening up the foot to the left and to the right. And then we'll fold the right leg over, stacking the right hip above the left. Draw the foot in towards the hips. Press through your both hands forward to send energy back into your pose. Use the strength of that left leg into the circles with the right knee, loosening up the hip socket. Keep breathing, yogis. Deep breaths in and slow the breaths out. And extend the right leg up high, pressing your hands forward to bring integrity back into your posture and lower the right foot down to meet the other. Walk your feet left and right. Loosen up any tension that was mounting there. Allow things to settle. And then find your place of rest in this posture. Press your hands into the earth to bring yourself back into alignment. And let's allow your heels to settle down towards the earth. Breathe in and breathe out. On your next inhale, left leg comes up high, raise it up. Settle your movements as you press into the earth with all 3 points of your foundation. Notice how energy lifts up through the body and helps us achieve the posture. It helps us be here. Breathe in and breathe out. Circles with the left ankle, loosen up the foot. And then we'll fold the left leg over, bringing the left foot in towards the heel, stacking the left hip high above the right. And remember to press through your foundations and allow that energy to travel all the way up to that left hip high above your body. Circles with the left knee, loosening up the hip socket, making space there. We'll extend the left leg up high. Press to your foundations to create integrity in the posture. Breathe in and then lower your left foot down to meet the other. Walk the feet left and right. Press through your hands and feet to send energy up high towards your hips and at the base of your spine, and then lower your knees down towards the mat, allowing the hips to travel back towards the heels. As the hips travel back towards the heels, we can press the hands gently forward, pressing us back into the balls of our feet for support as the knees come up high above, or a little bit up off the mat. Pressing the hands forward, deep breaths in and slow breaths out. On the next inhale, press the mat and send your hips up high. We come back through downward dog. On the next full breath in, raise the right leg up high, raise it up. We'll bring it through to meet the hands, lowering the left knee down for a low runner's lunge on the right side. As you lunge forward, create length and space through the thighs, through the foundations for support. Let's walk our hands back in, placing the hands upon the knees. As we reconnect with breathing in through your nose and up through your nose, deep breaths in, slow breaths out. So as we come into this pose and we allow our movements to settle and we stay connected with our breathing, allow ourselves to take up the whole foundation, to use the foundation. So we allow ourselves time in connection with breath for things to shift and change. So the way we come in it is not the way we stay throughout the whole time. We're constantly and always changing. So we practice being aware of that in the various ways we can recognize that in our physical flow, in our physical signs. So deep breaths in and slow breaths out. We've already been here for a moment, so we can feel areas of tension. If we notice those there, just notice anywhere there's tension occurring throughout your foundations. And remember to now, as you breathe, draw energy inwardly, creating lift up through your body. So we start to use more of our foundations for support. We become active in our expression there. So deep breaths in and slow breaths out. And as we move energy into those more workable spaces, we start to find that we release and where we're being stuck or bound, where we're experiencing the complaint, whether physically or mentally. Just staying connected with that breathing, allowing ourselves to travel there in the space that creates, allows us to find a little bit more workability. There's just the right amount of work and not work. So breathe in and breathe out. Let's relax our hands at our sides, softening through the shoulders. And on the next breath in, draw inwardly up, like drawing inwardly through the feet, creating length up through the spine. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. We'll remain here. We can bring our hands back behind the small of the back and lacing the fingers. And as we do, send your heart slightly forward. Just create vertical lift and strength up through your posture. So we're working on it with each breath in. If we wander off, we'll collapse at some point into this posture. We'll start to create like a tension load. We'll create complaint in our body. Notice that, and then come back into the pose. Breathe in, lifting up high through the body. Heart forward, gently up. And as you exhale, we'll transition hands down towards the mat. Walk the right foot out towards the edge. And notice as we travel down, coming down towards the mat or blocks, that tension that we were creating in the posture starts to release. We've just changed. We've traveled into something else. So as we do, breathe in through the nose. Give the weight of your body into your foundations for your support. Forearms and elbows down on the mat or on the blocks. Pressing there, levels the shoulders. Relax your neck, let your head hang here. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Your left knee can be down onto the mat, or your left leg can be strong and engaged. However you take the posture, we'll do the same way on the other side. We'll connect with our breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Deep breaths in and slow breaths out. With each breath, as we open up, following the breath into our bodies, meet it with energy by pressing into the earth. Be well supported here, strengthening your body, drawing your ribs in towards your center, using that breath as a cue to remind us to be here and to take up all the spaces that it creates with awareness. So we practice just going there into the sensations. Notice what you're thinking about and just notice without judgment as you follow breath into the space that creates. Allow things to shift and change beyond the realm of our thoughts into what's usable and physically available to us in this moment. Breathe in. We have breath available to us at all times. Are we remembering to need our breath? Welcoming breath into the body. On the next inhale in, right hand comes up high, reach up high towards the ceiling. Press the earth with the 3 points of your foundation. Send it up high through your body, through the right shoulder, right arm, through the right fingers, high towards the ceiling. Also staying pressed into your foundations, creating support, lift, energetic movement up through the body. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Let's lower the right hand down to meet the other, supporting our weight here. We'll transition by walking the right foot in towards the center. We'll shorten our stance, stepping the left foot slightly forward, setting up for compass pose. So as you press the right toes forward, energy travels back towards the hips, resting in that strength of your left leg behind you. Lower the left heel a little bit closer towards the mat as you lengthen your spine forward and bow. Chin towards your shin. Breathe in and breathe out. Deep breaths in and slow breaths out. Notice anywhere there's tension in the legs or anywhere in the body. And come back in through your feet, pressing through the feet to strengthen your legs. That movement of energy up through the body helps us realign and release tension around any unnecessary work we're doing. It could be in our physical pose. It could be in the thoughts of our minds. I can tell you that the constant activity of our minds spends the majority of our energy. Deep breaths in and slow breaths out. On the inhale, let's walk the left hand over closer towards the foot. Pick the right hand up high. Allow yourself to be situated through the points of your foundation. Press down to send energy up high through that right shoulder. Hug your ribs in, drawing inwardly as you twist and revolve open. We'll exhale, right hand back down towards the mat. Support yourself with both hands. Bend at the right knee, softening through your stance, and then step your right foot back behind the body, lengthening out. Stack your shoulders over your wrist in a high plank expression as you lengthen your spine, bringing your spine parallel to the mat. Elbows gently in towards your sides. Press your hands into the earth, strengthening through the arms. So over a series of breaths, as we breathe in through our nose and out through our nose, we're continually strengthening here, using what's available to us, welcoming breath and energy and life and vitality into our body with each breath in. And with each breath out, we're grateful. We give it back. If it's unused, we don't need it anymore. There's always more. Breathe in. And as you exhale, elbows in towards your side, we lower down, chin towards the mat. On an inhale, we press up through an up dog, pressing through the palms. Send your heart forward and up. Allow the small of the back to unpack. And then press the earth with your hands. Send your hips up high to the downward dog. Deep breaths in and slow breaths out. Settle your movements, resting into the 4 points of your foundation, actively with intention as you breathe in. Press through the foundations, sending energy through the shoulders, along the length of your spine, back towards your foundation, down through the backside of the legs, towards the mat. Breathe in through the nose, and out through the nose. On the next inhale, left leg comes up high, raise it up. We'll bring it through to meet the hands. Right knee comes down, low runners lunge on the left side. Shift your weight slightly forward. Create length and space, and then walk your hands back, travel backwards into your foundation, stacking the hands upon the knees above the ankle. The right shoelace is behind your body, that right foot behind your body. Press back, create more length in the stance. And then settle into your foundations. So with each breath in and each breath out, we're taking up more space in the usable aspects of our posture where we're supported here at the earth, through the legs, and we'll begin to transition energy and length up through the body to a greater degree than we already are. So on the next breath in, draw some energy inwardly towards your center, lift up through the body, creating length up through the body. Send your heart slightly forward as we increase our vertical lift. Front side of the chest comes forward. We'll allow the hands to hang at our sides, relaxing through the shoulders. Notice that current of energy traveling up through the body. We want to stay close to that and suss that out over a series of breaths so we can practice just noticing where the most support is. Breathe in and breathe out. Hands come behind the back. Interlacing the fingers, you can roll the shoulders back, and as you travel rearward with your hands, send your heart forward. Find that vertical line of lift up through the body, and allow your body to spiral around that amount of energy that's available to us. That sends us in directions more usable, more beneficial than just the thoughts and the ideas we might have about it. So breathe in. And exhale, softly release. Let's bring the hands down towards the mat. We'll walk the left foot out towards the edge, coming down to dragon pose on this left side. So as we touch down, let's connect with our supports. Being fully aware of what we're pressing into, what we're asking to support us. So as we press into our foundations, we level the shoulders across the mat. Relax your neck, let your head hang here, allow your head to bow, releasing tension through the neck. Draw your core strength inwardly towards your center, increasing your support here. And as you breathe in deeply to your center, making space and opening up, notice your thoughts, notice exactly what you're thinking about. And without dialoguing back or judging it, just notice. You're just practicing noticing. And then moving back into the more visceral aspects of our practice, like pressing the earth, strengthening your body, harnessing our strength by engaging our core strength here. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. On the next inhale, we'll lift the left hand up high. We find it at the earth, we press into the earth. We offer that length and strength up high towards the ceiling. And as things shift and change, we get out of the way. We allow our body to transition and shift. And we stay connected with the breath and where that goes and the space that creates. It moves us in the more workable aspects of how we get to be here more abundantly. So deep breaths in and slow breaths out. The best way to be here abundantly is just to notice what's available to us. That be our resource everywhere, all around us, especially what's supporting us underneath us, our earth, that which we're from. So press the earth, the center energy up high through your body. Let's lower the left hand down to meet the other. We'll walk the left foot in towards the center and shorten our stance for compass pose on this side. Step the right foot slightly forward, press the left toes forward, the center energy rearward, back into your hips. And down that right leg as your right heel touches down on the mat. Breathe in through the nose. And as you exhale, bow, bringing your chin down towards your chin, releasing the tension of your neck. Find your feet, find your legs, press the earth for support. Allow that energy to travel up both legs where it meets at the base of the spine, and offer that little bit of length further down the length of your spine, back out towards the crown of your head, down towards your toes and on the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's walk the right hand in towards the center, pressing the right hand down. We'll press into the earth to send the left hand up high above our body. Draw your ribs in towards the center, strengthen through the core. Allow all the little movements to settle as you send your energy and resource more workably up to the high points of your posture. Breathe in and breathe out. So as that energy travels, it asks us to soften around places that were rigid, and also to be well aware of what's supporting us, like our breathing. Are we breathing into the nose and out the nose? There's a great support for us as our breath. On the exhale, let's lower the left hand down towards the mat. Bend at the left knee, lengthening through your stance, and then step the left foot back behind the body. Settle your movements through a high plank expression as your spine is parallel with the mat. Elbows gently in for support. Press through the hands to strengthen up through the arms. Exhale, lower down, low plank as the chin touches down towards the mat. Press the hands for up dog. Chin forward and up. Exhale, roll over your toes, downward dog. Hips up high, heels are down low. Breathe in and breathe out. On your next inhale, right leg comes up high. Let's raise it up. Bring it through to meet the hands. Warrior one on this right side, so the left foot is back into an angle. Find your feet, find your legs. Hands are on the mat. Bend at that right knee, deepening your stance as you also press back into that left edge of your left foot behind you. So it takes just a second to create a foundation. And with awareness, remember to, before we transition, to use all of it. Now walk the hands in, pick the hands up high at the body, rise out into a warrior ones. Reach up high towards the ceiling, square off. Bending at the knee and lowering the hip. And remember, press back to that left leg, flex your left calf, thigh. Using that leg for support. Draw your lips inwardly off of that length up high towards the ceiling. Breathe in. And on an exhale, extend forward, extending your warrior. Press back to that left foot to draw us back into our foundations. Draw your ribs in toward the center to strengthen your core and offer energy to your shoulders and arms and fingers. Breath in and breath out. Hands behind the back, interlace your fingers. Rise your heart up, opening up for humble warrior. And as we exhale, we'll bow right shoulder towards the knee. Hands up high as you lower, slowly softening through your legs and foundations. Coming into our own usable, flexible support of our legs. Hands up high above the shoulders as you release your neck and bow. Breathe in and breathe out. We'll lower our hands down towards the mat. A slow transition. Place your hands on the mat for support. On the next inhale, we'll rise back up to warrior one. Rise up, raise up, reach up, square off, come back into your foundation. Be here usefully and usably. Reach up high, breathe in. Exhale, open up, warrior two. On the next breath in, extend the right hand forward, left hand back. Creating space through the chest, the front side, the heart. Maybe lower the hips a little bit, resting more into your foundation. On the next breath in, draw up high through the body. And exhale, release. Press the right foot gently forward, straighten both legs. On the next inhale, we'll straighten up through our body and extend forward, setting up for Trikonasana triangle pose. You can touch the right hand down towards the calf or the block. Find your feet, press your feet, strengthen your legs. Use those legs for support. Offer length along the spine, forward through the body, out the crown of your head. Breathe in and breathe out. Deep breaths in and slow breaths out. Press gently and enough through both feet to strengthen your posture here. Take a deep breath into the top. Exhale, extend your left hand forward, lengthening that left side of your body. So we use that right foot for support, pressing gently into that, sends our energy back into our posture. Pressing through that left foot sends energy all along the left side of our body. Breathe in and breathe out. On the next inhale, left hand comes up high. Let's bend the right knee gently, placing the elbow to the knee for support as we slowly transition down. Now, I know there's a lot of ways we can do this. In this practice, it's a slow transition, gradually softening, noticing how things shift and change in the sense of our own foundations. We take our time, use more of what's available. Maybe it's at a greater depth than when we're used to being at. But when you open up space and discover those places, it becomes so much more easy to be in the posture. We realize that our own way of being about it is creating a lot of work for ourselves. Our physical practice is full of lessons like that. So find your support here, soften throughout it. On the next breath in, reach up high with that left hand. Exhale, release. Next breath in, we rise up. Use your feet and legs here. Great lift up through the body, rising up to warrior two. Windmill the left hand forward, stepping the right foot back. Lengthening through the spine, high plank. Slowly lower, low plank. And now press up dog. And roll over your toes, down dog. Hips come up high, heels are down low. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Settle your movements back into your foundations of your downward dog. Pressing into all 4 points to some energy and lift up high. Soften as you lower your heel down towards the mat. On the next breath in, left leg comes up high. Let's raise it up. We'll bring it through towards the hands. Warrior one on this left side. Right foot is back in an angle. Find your feet, find your legs. Move into your foundations before we travel out of them. Soften throughout them. Create more space in the foundational stance. Press back into that right knife edge of your right foot. On the next breath in, let's raise our hands up along our own natural landing lift through our bodies. Square off, resting in your foundations for support. Stay active and vital by drawing energy up through your body from the floor up, offering up through your sides. Deep breath into the top. Exhale, extend your hands forward, lengthening through the spine as you reach. Press back with that right foot to anchor. Extend that energy forward through the arms. Hands behind the small of the back. On the next inhale in, we'll rise up. Lift up. Exhale, bow forward, humble warrior on the left side. Left shoulder in towards the knee. Take time. Feel into that sensation of your foundations. Loosening and slug your shoulders. Soften through your neck as your head hangs down towards the floor. One more breath in. We'll exhale and release the hands down towards the mat. Touch down with your hands. Find your support underneath you. On the next breath in, let's raise our hands up high above our body for warrior one. Squaring off. Being in your posture. Drawing energy up through the body. Next breath in, lift up high through the fingers. And on the exhale, we'll extend the right hand rearward, left hand forward. Shoulders stack above the hips. Soften through the stance. Move into the depth of your foundation. Actively engage breath, energizing your pose. Up through your body, up along the spine, between your shoulders as you reach away from your body. Breathe in and breathe out. On an inhale, press through the left leg to straighten the left leg. Sending energy up through both legs through the spine. Breathe in through the top. Exhale, extend the left hand forward, setting up the Trikonasana on this left side. As we lower the left hand down towards the mat or block, extend the right hand up high above your body, and settle your movements. Meet the breath as it travels in through your nose, into the space that's opening. Follow that breath in. Be there with the intention to remain. As we continue, breathing in and breathing out. Find your feet and find your legs. Press into your feet for support, strengthening. Putting energy up high through that right shoulder and right arm towards the ceiling. Breathe into the top of your breath. On the exhale, extend the right hand forward and then breathe in, extending this fingers further, reaching. Press with that left foot, send energy rearward into your legs. Press through the right foot to send energy all along the right side of your body. Hug your ribs in as you strengthen at the core. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Deep breaths in and slow breaths out. Raise the right hand up high. We'll bend at the left knee, elbow to the knee. Take your time transitioning down. Feel into that flexibility of your legs as we lower. Stay honed in with the natural supportive strength that is occurring within the flexibility of our own bodies. Like nature, extend the right hand out high. Breathe in and breathe out. So the yogis practice connecting with where things meet their experience. It takes us to our own sense of nature, the nature that's within us. So breathe in and breathe out. Find your feet, find your legs here. Draw your ribs in toward your center. Strengthen at your core so you're supporting the body's weight here. And the next breath in will rise back up. Warrior two, rise up. Rest into your foundations here. Breathe up through your spine, between your shoulders and upper part of your head. And then we'll bend the right hand forward. Transitioning, stepping the left leg back. Lengthening through the spine through high plank. Exhale, lower, low plank. Inhale, press up, up dog. Exhale, roll over your toes, down dog. Hips come up high, heels are down low. Take another deep breath in here, and we transition by walking the hands back towards the toes. As you bow forward, forward fold. Look down towards your feet. Press through the feet to strengthen up through the legs. Soften through the spine as you bow forward, releasing tension along the length of your spine, through your neck, and at the top of your head. Bend at the knees, lowering the hips. On the next breath in, we'll raise the hands up high above the body, Trikonasana chair pose. Roll the tailbone under, straightening through the small of the back. Bend at the knees, lowering the hips. Reaching up through the sides of your body, through the shoulders, through the arms, and through the fingers towards the ceiling. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, and noticing where there's tension occurring. Soften around that tension. Allow yourself to re-manifest the pose. Where breath is meeting you, draw energy inward. Soften through the body, deepening your stance. Anywhere there's tension, soften around it. allowing energy to travel differently than it was just a moment before. So in that way, the breath is opening us up, and we get to discover new ways of being in every moment. When we pay attention to that and notice what's available to us there, it's always reward, it's always comfort, support, joy, happiness. We notice it within ourselves. Breathe in, full breath in. Exhale, bow forward. Release the tension of your spine as you bow. On an inhale, roll up one vertebrae at a time and standing. Take your time coming up. Continue on up with the hands. Breathe into the top, reach out high, the top of your breath lengthen. Remain here, balance on your feet. Flex your calves and thighs. Draw your ribs inward as you tuck your tailbone under. Extend length up through the sides, through the shoulders, and through the arms. Take one more breath up to your top. Breathe in. Exhale, bow to the right side, opening up this left side stretch. Press through the feet. Send the energy and lift up together. That side. As you press the palms together, send the energy away from your body, deepening the stretch. So as that lengthens, press back through your feet. Send the energy and lift up through the body. We're better rooted. We're stronger in our cores. One more breath in, raise both hands up high. Reach up high, lengthen. And then bow to the left side, sending your hips towards the right. Give your weight forward. Press the floor. Flex your calves and thighs. Send your energy upward. Press the palms together. Lengthen your right side. Breathe in. Extend both hands up. Reach up high. Take a full breath in as you reach your hands up. Exhale, bow your hands down towards the mat. As you bow, release the tension of the spine. And you have a rise up, flat back extension. And then bend at the knees, lowering your hips down towards your heels. As we do, we come up to the balls of our toes, balls of our feet. Walking your hands in. Find your sense of support there underneath your feet. We'll just be here a moment. So if we're here and we're well supported there at our feet, with the knees together, we can place our hands upon our thighs, settling our movements. Stay breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Notice anywhere there's tension and focus on it acutely and allow things to shift and change as you find a better way of being that is less complaint, whether physically, emotionally, spiritually. Your core strength, draw your ribs in as you breathe. Notice how it settles the movements. You just become more poised, more balanced, more sustainable. The available energy can travel unimpaired, unblocked. So in that way, we said we're keeping our channels clear. We're practicing being out of the way, any unnecessary work, and the reward that is given to us, and we follow that. Breathe in. Exhale, hands towards the mat. Set your knees down. Lengthen your feet behind your body so your shoelaces now touch down. Let's rest our hips back into our heels. Breathe in and breathe out. Go ahead and take a drink of water, wipe down anything you need to do here. Stay with us. We're moving into some more yin aspects of our practice. Can I have some? I'll have some too. All right, when you're ready, place your hands upon your thighs. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale your hands to the mat. Let's come up to our knees, setting up for camel pose. Toes are behind the body, shoelaces are on the mat. Press your feet gently into the earth to establish a foundation there. Hands are at your hips and on your sides. Press through your knees, sending energy up through the front side of our body. And let's move into that line of lift so that our heart comes forward above our knees. And if we get too far forward, those toes pop up behind us. So we want to find our natural balance there. Press through the feet to establish your foundation. Press through your knees to send energy up through the front side of your body and send your heart slightly forward as you begin to arch your back. So in that same way, if we stay pressed through our knees here, we're creating a lift up through the front side of our body. And if we go a little bit deeper back, we can realize that we're supported by this top part of our body here. And keeping that energetically engaged helps us open up the front side rather than collapsing back into our lower spine or SI joints. So press to the knees, send the energy up high through the front side of the body, up towards your heart. We're just warming up our core here. Breathe in. And then exhale, come back to vertical. Rest your heels down into or hips down into your heels. So we'll remain here for just a moment in this posture that we're right now settling into If you need to have additional support here, like place a block underneath your hips, we're moving into warrior pose. We'll do that gradually. So we'll be here for a moment. And so as we come into a place of setup in the posture, we sit vertically seated, allowing the hips to rest into the heels, maybe hands on the thighs here. And again, just like at the beginning of our practice, when we started moving, we want to draw our strength inwardly, putting the vertical lift up through our body. If you want to remain here for this posture, this is totally acceptable. We can go deeper into it as we travel backwards. So before we do that, make sure that you're well supported here, resting into your foundations for support. If you need to place a block there, you can. Draw your ribs in towards your center, lifting up through your body, relaxing through the shoulders. We don't need to be tense through our shoulders right now. Sending energy up along the base of our spine between the shoulders and up the crown of the head. So take a deep breath in, strengthening here. And then as we exhale, let's place our hands down towards the mat. Remain where you are if you're going to remain there for the duration, or we can walk our hands back towards the body. And as we do, let's stay well aware of our foundations and how we're breathing here. So as we travel back, drawing the ribs inwards, strengthening at your core. So for some of us, we can come down to our elbows. If that's in your practice, you can make your way down towards your elbows. Take a mindful and gentle, slow transition as you go, keeping yourself well supported. In a full expression, we can find ourselves laying down on our backs with our spines flat, our shoulders down onto the mat. And if you go there, fine. If you go there, fine. But wherever you find yourself in your transition along the way in this posture, stay connected with your breathing, well aware of anywhere there's tension occurring in your body. And if it becomes too much, allow yourself off the hook and transition and come on out. So breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. We'll take 2 more breaths here. So if you're on your way into the depth of your posture there, resolve to remain there. You need the next 2 breaths. So slow breath in and slow breath out. Let's take 1 more slow breath in. And on the slow breath out, let's make a transition up and out of it. So take your time, walking your hands back in towards your thighs, towards your knees for support. Allow the spine to vertically realign, lifting up through the body. Before we transition, draw your ribs in towards your center. Lift up high through your body. Breathe in through the nose, lengthening all the way up along the spine through the crown of your head. And then exhale. Place your hands upon the mat. Cross your feet behind your body. You will sit down on the mat. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a hug here at the knees. Press through the seat, lengthening up through the spine, lengthening up through the spine, up through the neck, supporting the head above the shoulders, while also dropping the shoulders down away from the ears. So the next couple breaths, we root in, pressing through the feet, through the seat, sending energy up through the spine, up towards the heart, up through the neck and the crown of the head. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, release. Setting your hands down towards your feet, allowing the knees to travel out towards the edge. And allow your knees to gradually settle towards the mat. We can draw towards the bottoms of our feet like the edges of a book, just bind the feet together. And if we do that, we can create space through the shoulders by pressing through the seat as our spine lengthens up. So notice where you're seated, pressing through the seat, creating length up through the spine. And as we do, the knees can come a little bit closer down towards the mat if you're not laying down on the mat already. But stay rooted. We're lengthening up through the spine, creating length and lift up through the spine. The next couple breaths, we'll bow forward, lengthening through the spine, all the way through the base of the spine. So before we do, it's important to create as much lift up through the body as you can. Breathe in, use that breath to make space to travel in with awareness into what's occurring here. And as you exhale, bow forward, lengthening through the spine. Bring your long spine down towards the mat as you lengthen. Breathe in and breathe out. Deep breaths in and slow breaths out. Noticing where there's tension, like in the small of the back maybe. As you focus on staying rooted in the seat, drawing your strength inwardly towards your center, harnessing energy along the spine. Notice how that tension will shift. Energy travels through places where we get found freely and easily. So breathe in and breathe out. Press through the seat. Draw your belly in towards your spine. Send length along your spine, between your shoulders, through the nape of the neck, down towards the crown of your head as you bow. Let's take one more full breath here. And as we exhale, let's rise back up through the seat, placing your hands upon the mat. Let's bring our feet together, or bring the knees together with both hands. Let's bring the knees together. On the next inhale, in, press through the seat, lift up through the spine, dropping the shoulders, creating length along the spine, and exhale, release it. So in the next posture, we'll remain seated, and we'll set up for 90-90. Let's do 90-90 today. So start with the right leg, bend the right knee at the right angle in front of your body. And we'll place the left foot just above the right knee, allowing the left knee to settle down towards the left foot. Now, if you're sitting here like I am like this, that's totally perfect. We don't naturally just come into a place, a posture like this, and then automatically be there. For many of us, it's about prep. We need time for things to soften. We need space to be created for us to be here. So as that left knee maybe gets a little bit closer down towards your foot, find your seat so that you are seated evenly in your sitting bones. Press the earth there to lengthen up through the spine. And anywhere there's tension, just let that be okay. Allow things to soften and settle, focusing on being well rooted and seated, sending energy up through the body, breathing through the nose and out through the nose. Notice where you are. Press back through your seat. Breathe into the top, harnessing your strength inwardly, lifting up along the spine as you lengthen. Let's take one more breath in here, lengthening, and you can remain here seated, or we'll deepen this expression by bowing forward, walking the fingers maybe forward a little bit. Take your time here in a mindful transition down. Maybe you can come down towards the blocks, or maybe get your elbows down towards the mat, or even walk your fingers further. Most important, stay evenly rooted and in your sitting bones, offering length and energy along the length of your spine. Anywhere there's tension, allow that to soften over time in a series of breaths as we focus on increasing the duration of our breath, breathing in deeply in through the nose into our centers, and slowly back out. With each breath in, we make space. We travel with awareness into spaces that we can create to open ourselves up to the sensations occurring, and not just the thoughts. Movement, tension, energy traveling through, in, and around us. The subtle aspects of our expressions here, the impressions, the intuitions. So focus on the breathing, creating space, opening up a space, and moving into that space to discover, to experience, from the inside out. One more breath here. Nice. Exhale, release. Let's transition out by walking our hands back in towards our center. When we arrive vertically, press through the seat, take a full breath in, lengthening the spine. Let your spine come together here. And then exhale, soften. We'll remove the right foot off of the, or the left foot off of the right knee. Transition the feet to the other side. So bending at the left knee, left leg, at a 90-degree angle. Placing the right foot above the left knee. And gradually over time, as we focus on being seated more evenly through our sitting bones, the right knee can soften and come down. The hamstrings can loosen over time and over a series of breaths. And wherever you are in this, it's perfect. It's just that we practice being here. So focus on where you're seated. Press into your seat for support. Lengthen up through your spine so we're not camped out or collapsed into things strangely. And we stay pressed into our foundations, creating energy to lift us, meeting it with breath and through the nose and out through the nose. Deep breaths in and slow breaths out. We can remain here, or we'll maybe deepen this posture, just like on the other side. So the next breath in, press through the seat, lifting up high through the body, create length and lift up through the spine. And if you're going deeper in the posture, you can walk the hands forward, lengthening through the spine. Focusing on mindful, gradual transition, staying close to the breath, the movement of energy that creates, and also softening our experience around the way we need it. So in our postures, again and again, we're being taught to release our rigidity in favor of noticing our flexibility. That guides us to our workability and sustainability. Noticing that along our journey keeps us well rooted in our own sense of joy. Breathe in, breathe out, deep breaths in, slow breaths out. Notice where you are. Notice that anywhere there's tension occurring, just focus on it for a moment. Breathe in. Follow the breath. Open up a space. Increase in breath, energy, space. Releasing where there's tension. Releasing extra work, things we don't need to be doing. Setting that aside in favor of things that make space, and joy, and ease, and peace in our life. And we notice when that's the way of things, and we move within the way of those things, we find joy, we find happiness. And we forget, and that's life. We take a step outside and connect with nature. We're reminded. Same in our practice. We follow our breath and take a step within our own bodies and carry our own weight. And how quickly we're reminded of how much is available to us everywhere we go, each day, even when we forget. So notice where you are. Take one more deep breath in here, bringing your body back to life, back to life. Walk the hands in slowly, helping yourself to sit erect, lengthening up through the spine. Press through the seat, lengthening all the way up through the spine. Breathe in through your nose, up through your nose. And we'll take our tongue transition and coming out of this. So pick the right foot up off the left knee, touching it down onto the mat. Bring your knees together with your feet underneath your knees. Drawing your knees in together, giving yourself a hug around the knees. Press through the seat, lifting up through the spine. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, place your hands on the mat, stepping the feet forward, coming down to our elbows behind us. And just as a moment in transition, we'll transition to fish pose. So send the toes forward, lengthening up through the spine. Press your elbows into the mat for support. Drop the shoulders away from the ear. So that as we press with elbows and forearms, our heart rises up high towards the ceiling. Release your head behind your neck. Breathe in through your nose and out through the nose. Stay pressed into your foundations for support so you can be actively lifted. So you can up high towards your heart to enjoy all the benefits of this heart opening. Breathe into the nose and out through the nose. One more full breath in here. You'll just take a deep breath in. And then exhale. Slowly lower your shoulders down towards the mat. Resting on your backs, on your spine. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press your feet up away from your body, setting up for waterfall. Just getting the feet up high above your hips in the powerful inversion. Rest the weight of your body into the earth for support. Allow all the little movements to settle. And as the movements begin to settle, we can also notice often there's so much moving, so much happening, especially in inversion. Tuck your chin in towards the chest. so that the nape of the neck is flatter towards the mat, creating space between the shoulder blades. Allow your shoulders to support your weight at the mat. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Pressing through the foundations to send energy up through the legs, up towards the heel, along the back side of the legs. As you draw your toes down closer towards your forehead, activating this back side of the legs. Breathe in and breathe out. Draw your ribs in towards your center, straightening at your core. Notice your thoughts here. Continue breathing. Close your eyes. Follow the next breath into your body. Move in with intention to open up a space, to live, to receive. A space of security, trust, worth, compassion, forgiveness, love. We all carry that space with us everywhere we go. So we get stuck in our minds and we get busy in thought. We forget to be in these other places. So whether we take the reminder of Mother Nature under us or around us, or the Mother Nature that's in all of us, breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. One more deep breath here. And then exhale, bring your knees back down towards your chest. Give yourself a hug at the knees. Rock left and right from side to side, massaging the kidneys and sides of your body. And then exhale, step your feet, lengthen your legs. Setting up for Savasana, set your feet wide to the edges of the mat. And your hands wide to the sides. Maybe walk your fingers out just a little bit, lengthening through the shoulders, just creating a little bit more space there. And then we release our focus. And allow ourselves to be in the space. So as things settle, as your breath, your breathing settles, releasing tension, releasing our intense focus. We practice in this time of rest, being well connected to everything that's available to us energetically. When we're not moving, when we're not traveling, when we give ourselves a moment, be well supported in the rest. We're receiving everything that we're needing. We're recharged, renewed, restored, healed, awakened, reminded. Enjoy the space of rest. Continue to soften through the body, releasing the movements, releasing the tension, being only that which is needed, the breath, the energy. It opens up a space within us. It warms us within us. It heals us and restores us and forgives us. Whether reconciliation in the present moment, and we remember to be, give it back, the essence and source of all. So thank you for your practice today, yogis. Grateful to get to share this experience with you as we continue to look for new ways to connect with ourselves and each other. In times when there are some challenges, and maybe there are some obstacles and barriers. But no obstacle and no barrier can keep us disconnected from who we really are. So enjoy your rest, yogis. I'll finish today with a reading from a book, Journey to the Heart, by the author Melody Beattie. On this day, it is. Comfort makes everything better. With comfort comes nurturing, genuine acceptance, and love. Comfort doesn't involve any expense. It comes from the heart. It goes right to the heart. Look at how much better you feel when you receive comfort. When you comfort yourself, when you allow the universe to comfort you. Look at how those around you respond when you get comfort. A comforted person feels renewed, healed, genuinely okay. When you're comforted, the pain and stress that has awakened you each morning dissipates. You open your eyes and feel happy to be you, happy to be you. You know, really know, that all is well. Finally, you feel safe. When many of us were young, we ran to our mother, our grandmother, our aunt to make a skin meet, a hurt feeling, a bruised ego better. Now we are grown, but there's another mother who can do that too. Some call her the nurturing feminine side of God. She is all that is in the universe and in each of us that is loving, tender, and gentle. And her comfort really does make everything better. Comfort heals. It brings joy to the spirit. Comfort renews your power, your vitality. Comfort opens you up like the sun unfolds the petals of a fragrant and beautiful flower. Simply put, comfort will make you and those around you happy. Beautiful practice today. Let's bring our hands together at heart center, and we'll end the practice together by sharing the salutation. That means that the divine in me honors and adores the divine in me will honor by sharing. Namaste. Beautiful practice. Take your time getting up or remain there. Continue resting if that's what you need. The next online class will be next Monday at noon, and we'll see you there. Come join us. Take care of yourselves. Stay close to your practices. Bless you.